Yeah.
Because it's not good to be in a relationship and you have that touch me not type of don't holler at my child or don't holler at this, whatever. You know, I've talked to friends I wasn't necessarily with, but I had female or film friends. I go to their house just to chill, just for no apparent reason, just to chill. Their kids run all over and they just, you know, and then this is the person you want to be with. They're sitting there looking how you governing your house and your children and everything. They're like, ain't no way.
Never.
I'm gonna be with this girl.
No.
I gotta come in and deal with all
every day. You're not gonna just talk to me at the side of your neck. You're not, and if you're gonna let your child do that, man,
right?
You call that a rap.
And I don't think, like, you know, you all have to be careful not to let a child play the relationship back and forth.
Absolutely.
Because children will do that, especially if they feel they're not getting attention, or you having somebody come up to the house. You sitting there, you got a stud to come over, so you got this child that want to be in the middle. Child needs to know when it's your time, when it's this time, or okay, well, mommy is doing whatever. And it's time for you to go to bed. Not let them jump around till 2 o'clock in the morning while your stud friend come over to the house to chill with you. This is somebody that you met, that you want to talk to, and you got Donovan sitting in the middle of y'all's conversation till 2 in the morning. And you wonder why you're single. That's why Donovan got y'all single. I'm through with it. I worked myself up. I need a drink. I need a drink, man. You got me started.
Sorry, I mean to rile you up.
So we answered our questions.
Yep. I feel confident we answered that question well.
Yeah, okay, good.
I'm sorry if anybody's offended, but I really don't care.
She said, I don't even care.
I'm sorry, I really don't care. I mean, you got to draw a line somewhere.
Yeah.
And to me, I'm like, I'm not about to live with you. I'm not about to pay these bills and sit there and get disrespected and have my stuff tore up.
So how do you deal with it if it's somebody like 16 or 17 years old?
16 or 17?
They're not 4 and 5. They're 16, 17, 18.
Then I'm going to treat you like a young adult unless you don't behave like a young adult.
Yep.
But there has to be boundaries set. In any relationship, there has to be boundaries. And, you know, discipline could be, you know, I'm going to give you these privileges until you abuse them. Once you abuse them, then you have to understand that there's consequences, just like there's going to be consequences outside of this house. I'm going to teach you right here, and I don't care if you're my child or not. As long as I'm responsible for you, I'm going to treat you as if you're my own, period. And if that's not something that the person I'm with can deal with, then they can get to step in.
They need to allow that.
Take your kids with you.
Allow that type of parenting. They need to do it together.
I'm committed.
Yeah.
I'm not going to deal with you unless you understand that I'm fully committed to it. Anything outside of that, we don't have a relationship or a discussion about it anymore.
So how do you feel about child first? Because I look online and I see a lot of profiles. I'm single, I have children, and my child is first, and I don't care if you like it, that it is or whatever, but if you can't deal with my child being first, it is or whatever. They are so dogmatic about the child being first, and that's a good thing. Don't put your child last. I'm not saying put your child last.
That's all fine and
dandy. But don't make your child a god to where it's just everything is about your child. So you see no wrong, you see nothing. It's just your child. You know, I don't agree with that, dude.
Then she should be married to her children.
Well, it scares off. Well, I'm saying a lot of films wonder why people don't want to date them or studs don't want to talk to them or whatever. They look right at your profile and your profile is so ratchet. You sound like you're bitter on your profile or whatever, and everything is about my child. If you don't like my child, I come with children and whatever. You don't have to come cocky like that. You already have an arrogance about you already. Before a person click on your profile, then when they date you, they got exactly what they see on their profile. You and wild kids.
They were honest.
They were 100% honest about it. Like I have no qualms about dating women with children whatsoever, but. You know, the child first thing.
Children don't bother me.
I like it. I mean, you're all right. I'm just saying, you're all right.
You're okay if you can change yourself.
I'm gonna leave that alone.
Good.
So, because I don't need you dealing with me right now. Don't you handle me. I don't know. The child first thing. I have respect for a woman who will break her back to make sure that their child is clothed and fed and they get the best of everything. When it comes to a relationship, I'm not saying that they should put their prospective partner first, but everything has a time and a place. Everything has a time and a place, and with everything there's order. You know what I mean? Like for me, God is first. You know what I'm saying? And if we plan on having a household, then there's a head of the household. And everything falls down the line. Just because your child is not number one with everything doesn't mean that they're neglected.
Right.
It doesn't mean that they're not going to be cared for or loved are respected within the household. Somebody that comes at me like that is gonna have a really rude awakening. You understand what I'm saying?
See, that's what I'm talking about. It gets back to what I was talking about. Like, a lot of females are child first. You can accept my child. I can accept your child.
Absolutely.
I can accept you. But we plan on going to a Valentine's Day dinner, and it's a 2-seater, and you bringing this baby out in this seat. You already knew who was going to go do this.
Right.
Nobody's saying your child is not this or your child is not that.
Right.
You had last year to make these plans, and you don't have no babysitter.
Right.
Don't get upset.
It's just poor planning, you know. In that situation, it's poor planning. You know, I can understand where a lot of these women are coming from. They've been in relationships where, you know, that aggressive or whatever was finagling everything to try to get their time, and it literally was becoming a competition between them and the kids.
Mm-hmm.
It's either me or them. To me, you need to go ahead and let that aggressive loose.
Really.
I understand why they have that mentality, but it should not be like that. It you know, first of all, you shouldn't be picking anybody that's like that. Second of all, once you get into a relationship, a child needs to understand a child's place.
Right.
All the time.
At the end of the day, a child needs to understand a child's place. And if they can't comprehend, then we're not gonna be together.
Basically.
Good luck with your
I agree
kids.
with that. Hopefully we answered your questions.
Yeah.
If not, send us another question.
Love
We
it.
answer it.
That was cool.
It was.
So we need to do a clean cut.
Yes, I think we should. You know what? We'll see y'all on the next show. We'll be right back. Like, click on the next link and we will be there, we promise.
Right there.
Like, right after this ends, click on the next little box up under it and we'll be back.
That's us.
That quick. That's how fast we're going to be back. Until then, we love you. No, you don't want to leave like that?
Clean cut.
Okay. Well, we out of here. And we're going to clean cut up out of here. Y'all ready? Clean cut.